The testimony, the testimony, the testimony with Paula BRION, yeah. The diva for Christ, yeah. Oh, why don't you tune in every Tuesday at 9 Eastern Standard Time. You are listening to The Testimony with host Paula BRION, a.k.a. Diva for Christ. And in case you don't know what that stands for, it's divinely inspired vessel appointed and anointed for a time such as this. Hey, every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, you don't want to miss on speaker.com. Come on now, come on now, come on now, come on now. Hey, hey, hey. Woo! God bless you, God bless you, God bless you. This is Paula BRION, the Diva for Christ. And you know, as we do every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we do nothing before we go to the throne of God. Father God, I thank you just for allowing me the opportunity to be a vessel used for this purpose, to bring forth your show, The Testimony. Lord, have your way in this interview as you do every Tuesday. Let them not hear me or the guest, but to really feel you in this at this time when we go forth in you to bring forth this amazing platform, this show that you bestowed on me, this vessel you use mighty for this amazing show. God, I thank you. I thank you. I thank you with a million vocals. I just thank you for another opportunity to open my eyes and to see today and be able to bring it to your listeners. Father God, thank you. Thank you in the precious name above all names, Jesus Christ, your son. Oh, God bless you. Amen, everybody. Amen, amen, amen. Yes, we are bringing you another amazing interview like we always do, something that's uplifting for the mind, body, and soul, something that's going to inspire you. And today will be no different. It is Women's History Month. Woohoo! Celebrating all the amazing women that do so much amazing stuff in their neighborhoods, in their communities. And again, this is the month that we celebrate them all the time, but this month is kind of special. Well, you know, today we bring a woman of excellence. She's a motivator. She's an inspirational Christian woman. She is a woman that knows the Lord for herself. Oh, she is just all that in a bag of chips. And she's a disability fighter, honey. You ain't got this. You ain't got this. You is not going to go nowhere until you hear this, what this woman has to say. Oh, she is a radio personality, and she is an amazing DJ. Yes, DJ. We go and we call on Andea Stiles, a.k.a. DJ Sparklez, on the line. Are you on the line, my sister?
Yes, I am. How are you doing tonight?
How you doing, girl? I remember you, amazing woman. You brought me on your platform many moons ago when I first came to the Valley, pretty much. And I just thank you. I got the chance to thank you for doing that and allowing me the opportunity. Who know all these years it would be a podcast birthing in me. Girl, look at what you did.
You learn from the best, girl. You learn from the best.
Oh, no, you are amazing. And that interview was beautifully uplifting, as always. And so are you, my darling. You are all that and a bag of chips, as they say. I mean it. But, you know, I have to ask you, like I ask every person that comes on this platform, first and foremost, how did it begin for you? There's just so many hats that you wear. And I want to know, like, really, how did it begin for you? Like, how did you get your start in all that you do? I mean, DJ, motivational speaker, you just a little bit of this, a fighter. You just this and that. So come on, girl, give it to me. Let me know.
All
Let
right.
the listeners know.
Well, like back in 7th grade, I didn't really think about it, but like, oh, I want to be a radio DJ, you know. And then like, you know, like radio stations like Q102 and KTU in New York, they had like they had DJs mixing live on the air from nightclubs and stuff like that. I was like, oh, I want to do that. And I was like, it was mostly techno, house, trance, EDM, some hip hop, you know, they play on there. And I was like, I want to do that. And then I got deeper into the electronic dance, like the underground stuff, because somebody in my family got an order. You remember those BPM CD orders that they used to do back in the 90s and 80s? Well, they sent out, yes. So, like, they received some kind of samples of CDs, and one CD was a sample from Josh Wink, and they had King Britt in there too, because they were from the same like record label. I heard Josh Wink stuff. I'm like, yo, this is awesome. I like this. I wanted to get into it. Like and then, you know, fast forward, you know, I was going to Northampton Community College, and you know, it's just like I had like the opportunity to be able to afford to be DJ equipment, so I bought a bunch of DJ equipment, and I got my start. And I was living in Easton at the time, and I had it up in the attic. And then, you know, I went to a couple parties, and then I started playing for True School and like third parties. And then I was like, I decided to throw my own parties, and then it's a long story. I'll try to make this short. You know, and they go on and on and on, but I'll cut it short. The reason how I got on the radio, I got my own radio show, was me and a friend were going to do it together, but then he had a lot of stuff going on in his life. So I was sitting there hanging out with my friend Darrell. He goes by DJ Tiger. He moved out to LA now, and he came up to me in the library. This is Northampton Community College, so we were hanging out in the library. That's where we hang out, or the cafeteria. And he was like, yo, I'm trying, you know, he doesn't live too far from where the radio station is in Allentown. He's like, oh, I've been trying to get, you know, a radio DJ gig on, you know, WNUH. And I'm like, and I already started auditioning for that with another person. I was like, Terrell, I can help. I can make it happen for you, because like I have one foot in figuratively one foot in the door. So we did an audition. They let us have a show. Me and Tiger split up the, you know, parts, hip hop and EDM, and we took on guest DJs and guest artists in hip hop and house, like yourself. And we were able to feature that on there. And I do want to, yes, I do want to add that he passed away, but a longtime friend, he was another person, brought him on my show. He's DJ hip hop, he plays Little House. He helped me start my first event, but unfortunately, he passed away before he can get to play it. So I like to, you know, he passed away, DJ DVS, he passed away. I always want to make sure I give him a shout out. Even
That's
from
right.
the heavens above. Yes.
That's right.
So.
That's right. And nothing wrong with that.
Yep. And my girl Aiko, we hung out and we played a lot of shows together in Philly, Allentown, and New York. So I want to give her a shout out as well. And my boy Johnny Quest, he's still, you know, used to rep my crew back in the day, UFU Promotions. He's still doing his thing out there. Yes, and I believe Brian Biache might be listening. He used to help me out back in the day as well. He was on my crew as well. But yes, so that's basically how I got into everything.
That's a love. They started with that love for what you like and learning more about it and getting more familiar with how to do it and going to those namesake DJs and being around them and being around that platform. And I that's why I really commend you, because honestly, I didn't even see me being any kind of host at all. I knew I liked to talk, girl. I knew I liked to talk, but I didn't know that there was a host built in there that God was going to use later. But he look at it now, right? I just can't believe. And you were the first one in your radio show, and I was watching you do your thing, and I was just amazed, just for so many things, but just because of how sweet your spirit is always. And I just, again, want to thank you, women of excellence. And I put you in that category because you're one of the hardest working DJs in the Valley. I call it out. You really do your thing time and time again. And so many people love you. When I was introduced to you by Mr. Todd himself, Alfonso Todd. So it was just a blessing to have him to bring me to you. And then you were familiar with my stuff from Tommy Boy and all the stuff that I had on a house level.
Yes, we know house. I know house. I know a lot of EDM genres. Yes, but I know a lot of that stuff on that label, Club Wave, yes. Underground. Yes. So I know my house.
And that's saying something, because you'd be amazed how many radio folk don't really know a lot of the underground music and, a lot of the house music, especially back in, in them days when things was just starting, for house music and stuff like that. So it was rewarding for me to hear that you even knew of me and wouldn't have had a problem with me coming on your show. So I just, again, thank you, girl. You do so much for the community, and there's just so many things, but I want people to know you're just not a DJ, but you do a lot of stuff in the community, helping people, whatever. Tell us a little bit about the different assets of what you do in the community in bridging the gap and letting people know that there's help for them and all that kind of stuff.
Well, I do a lot of promoting, and I promote a lot of DJs and artists and try to say, you could go down this avenue and focus on that instead of getting wrapped up in all the bad stuff in life, like all the, the drugs and all that other stuff. So I was like, you're presenting like, hey, you can do this, and you don't need this other stuff that is harmful to your mind and your body or whatever. Like, just, stay away from the whole aspects of addiction and all that other stuff. Like, I try to show people, hey, it's more about the music than it is about anything else. And that the positivity of the music will, help you focus on what is meaningful in life. You know what I'm saying? So, So, you help DJs, and you say, and you help the promoters that are promoting events that raise money for organizations like, help the homeless or feed the cats or help the cats, felines and animals and stuff like that.
Right, right.
So, and I donated to a lot of organizations like Green Control in Allentown. They helped me back in the day. It's kind of like Make-A-Wish Foundation. They helped me. They did something for me back in the day, and I wanted to contribute to them as a way of thanks, and donated to Friends Felines Urban Rehabilitation. I donated to them. They help control the population.
that's a beautiful thing. You giving back, and that's what community is all about. Be it homeless, be it like you're saying, the animals. There's so many cats in the community that have, they're just in the street, and there's a lot of animal and cat rescues going on. Even in my area, it's really widespread, and it's just such a blessing to know that someone like yourself is out there advocating and trying to make these things, finding solutions for these problems. So I truly appreciate that. You definitely a giver. You are a giver. Every time I look around on, Facebook, kind of sneaking to see what you're doing or whatever, but you constantly doing your thing, and that hasn't changed from the time that I had met you all those many years ago. It's just beautiful to know that you're still giving and you're about causes, and that's near and dear. When you say disability, what does disability mean to you? That word. What does disability really mean? Because you're a disability fighter, and I want people to know just how real this fight is. What does that mean for you?
Well, I wouldn't say. I mean, it's a word that describes I'm in a category, but I wouldn't say disabled. I would say more differently able now. Because there's no dis and able. There's just differently able. Like, I can still be able to be the person that I want to be, but I have to go around it in a different way of doing about, like, take, for example, a regular person can go up to the door, turn the knob, and walk out. I have to, I'm a little short. Sometimes I have to get a pillow and climb up and turn it, I have to go around things differently, go through things way differently than other people, normal people, able people can do so. I have to do things differently. That makes me differently able. It doesn't make me disabled, but that's the category that they classify.
They created it, right? But you definitely are the difference. You definitely make the difference, because again, most people who have those situations, and they consider them burdens. They consider the things to be hard, but you never let anything keep you and stop you from doing all that you need to do. And that takes strength from just another kind of place. And I mean it again, just blessing you for being who you are and being, that person that's a fighter. I believe in warriors, and I believe in people that's going to fight hard for what is right, in this world. And like you said, labeling, because I worked in special ed education as an educator for years. And, labels are so hurtful. Again, the world attributes that word as disability, but we know better. It's all about one's growth. It's all about one's elevation and where God is taking them and has them to do. And you, I'm telling you, you have done so much. You have not let anything keep you down. And what would you put that, like, how would you say that you've overcome your situation? What did you do to overcome it? It sounds like it was the music, played a major role. Just like me in school singing, I love to sing and I love music, so that took me a mighty long way. But what would you say got you through your roughest times, especially being COVID? We just came out of COVID.
Yes. Well, I just want to say, like, a lot of people during the COVID were, like, upset they can't go anywhere, do anything. They've never been in a place where somebody with a disability has been going through that basically most of their lives. They already know what to do, how to deal with it. They also know how to compensate. Like, I can't go out to get a burger. Well, we already know what to do in that situation. We just call up and say, whatever, you know what I mean? But it's more like I would say my mother, she passed away. She basically said, I want everybody to treat my daughter like a normal person. Right? And she didn't like labels either. So she tried to say, hey, you know, you can do that. You know what I mean? Like, you're not disabled. You're a person. You can do the same things or try to do the same things as other people can. She wanted me to go to a regular school and be in a regular classroom. And from there, I'm like, I want to be like a regular person. I want to do the things that other kids can do. I want to be treated normally and like a human being. You know, not like not somebody of lesser value. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to be treated like other people. I wanted to be judged based on the content of my character, not on my disability.
Yes.
There you go. Yes. So then, like, my advice to a lot of parents out there that have children with disabilities, it's hard. They deal with a lot of inadequacies, but you guys say to them, like, you can do that too. You can be this. You can be this person. You can be what you want to do in life. You can be this person that you want to be. You know what I'm saying? So, and treat them normal, like a normal child, and raise them normal, and treat them like you would treat your other children, and so forth. And
that's it.
And
yeah, that's it. That's a mouthful right there. Parents need to hear that. Sometimes they don't know what to do or how to do it. Like I said, I've been in the field for years, and working with my babies, as I call them, and it's a moment of learning for everybody involved, from the children to the parents. It's a whole community coming together to help this situation, whatever that situation may be it learning, be it, walking, be it talking, be it, we have to come together, and be there for one another. And nothing was more real than when you spoke about COVID and how it had regular folk in the house, not realizing that is stuff that people who can't mobily get around, or people that have different things that's ailing them, they fight that every day. They fight this thing every day. So that's why it's like so important that you said that and encourage parents, because oftentimes parents feel like they're losing that battle, right? I mean, I'm sure like you attest to your mom and just being strong and giving you that, come on, you could do it, and you're going to be this and you're going to be that. Speaking life into children, period, it means everything. So I just thank you and value you just for saying that, because a lot of folks sitting out there, their kids are having difficulties in walking or being able to hold this or whatever, just various disabilities that's going on, and they don't really know what to do. So to hear you speak in such a positive light for those that are in the struggle, as I say, it's beautiful. It is really beautiful and encouraging. So again, I thank you so much. You do so much. You've been a motivator. Do you go around and still speak at different places and stuff like that? And what's your next moves that you have coming up?
Well, at this time, I really don't have much going on right now. Someone did say something about me going out and doing motivational. Right now, I work a lot, so I haven't been able to get around to doing anything at this time. But I go out and try to support other DJs and other promoters that are doing things right now. I feel like the newcomers now I'm passing the torch on, and
Yeah.
And like I'm basically 46 years old. I've done everything already, and now it's time for the new kids on the block to take over and do their thing. And I try to come out and support those newcomers that are on the local scene, as well as if old friends are throwing anything, I'll try to come out to them as well. I mean, I try to do the best of my ability. I try to come out, but basically at this time, I'm basically pretty much somewhat semi-retired, but I try to go out and support, and that's what I always done. I try to support and bring out other DJs and promote other DJs and get them out there and help them out and to get on and play records or whatever they play now. They don't play records anymore, and I'm so sad,
right.
But that's okay. But
I hear it's coming back, though. I hear it's coming back.
I hope so.
Me too.
I know. I'm like, oh my God, boy, you need a laptop and this. You got to learn. Oh my Lord. I was like, I just remember back in the day when things were so simpler back then, like just two turntables in the mix and that's it. That's it. And your vinyl, that's it, And now,
just throw the record on. Throw the record on. Yeah, but now you got to go through all this. I ain't computer savvy, so I truly understand what you're saying. Just to do this show is a heartache and pain for me. So I really understand. I am definitely not computer savvy at all. But I try, and like you said, that's the gist of what we're saying here. Be it things that you're challenged with, physically or mentally or whatever, you really just have to try. You have to keep going and not give up. And that's pretty much the lesson that we've learned, that nothing happens unless you continue and you keep moving and you make an honest effort. And this is definitely what it's about, building communities, coming together with folk from all aspects and coming together and bridging that gap. You do charities, giving to the people that are in need, and that means everything because that's what it's about. It's about building your community one step at a time. So I again, there are people out in this platform that really this is their first time being introduced to you. What would you say to an average listener that has the challenge that we're speaking about, what the community or what they say is a disability? What could you leave with the listeners on today that may be going through stuff or just depression, because of all that COVID has done to us as a people? What word of advice would you give to them?
I would say there are options for you. There are options out there for you. Like you can go out, and if you don't have a ride or a way, you can always call Uber or you can sign up for transportation that is equipped to take you where you want to go. There are options out there for you, and you have to know where to look and just go out and that would help you out and just go to places and do the things that you want to do and there's always a way around an obstacle.
Yes.
Yeah, so like it's not just go out, hang, it's go out, have somebody take you out, or go out, call an Uber or a transportation that's available to you, and go out and find out what places you can go to that you're able to socialize in and do the things that you want to do. So like it's hard. It's not going to be easy. It's you get depressed. So like, when you get depressed, there's always this, like I always say and everybody else says, if there's a will, there's a way, So
yes,
there are options out there for you and that, to get you motivated actually. So
That's
that's my.
it. That's it. Yeah. And again, motivator. You motivate, and that I gravitate to that about you. You've always been that way, and obviously nothing has changed since we last spoke. So that's a blessing. Yeah, definitely. I have to, have you to leave some kind of information, an email, or some kind of platform where people can contact you, because I know there's parents, children that may want to reach out to you, and just ask you more about what it is to get through these rough times, be it depression, be it some people contemplating different kind of things as far as wanting to hurt themselves, and this thing is real, and we need to speak to these folk. What's a number, or not a number per se, but an email or something that you could present, or a website that you can present to folk that may need to get in touch with you?
You can reach out to me on my Facebook. It's under my real name. Andea Stiles is my Facebook. You can message me on there, or you can email me at my personal email address. That too. I have computerangel411@hotmail.com, or you can reach out to you, and then the number 4, and then you, promotions@gmail.com.
Wow, you got all that information. Look at you, girl. I tell you, woman, you are amazing. I'm telling you, this lady don't stop, and always there to lend an ear. So please, listeners, if you need to speak with anybody, she's opening her platform whenever you need. If you need help in being a DJ, and you need to know the 411s on what it takes, and a lot has changed, over the years, but we're learning. We're still learning, and I'm sure if she don't know about it, she'll find out about it, because that's just the kind of woman she is. I just, again, thank you for being a person that's so motivated and a spirited fighter, for the rights, for folk rights, working with charities for the betterment of those that are less fortunate and have, as they say, disabilities. And what's the term that you say? Because I don't want to forget that when you say the word disability. That's that. How'd you put it? I gotta keep this one.
No, okay. Well, all right. So it's differently able.
That's it. And there are folk that are living this thing, and we just want you to know that we support you. We're here for you. We're here for the communities, to build them up so that you can flourish and you can grow and be all that God has put in you to be. Listeners, and again, there's so many out there. I didn't want to mention your what's going on with you, but if you don't mind, you're more than welcome to allow the folk to know a little bit more about your health. Again, we're not doctors. No one's calling her out. She doesn't have to state, but I just wanted to open that floor to you, if you choose to.
All right. Well, I have osteogenesis imperfecta, which is a rare bone disease, and there's different types. I believe it keeps changing, but I'm more of the type 3. Type 1 is the less severe. I think type 4 or 5 is the severe. Right now, I knock on wood, I'm in remission. I haven't broken anything. There are other complications that come with that, like hearing loss, bad teeth, blue, like skull, blue eyes, like kind of like in Spice, the movie Dune. Got the blue scolia, the white, instead of seeing white, you see blue in the eyes. I have that blue tint, and there are other complications, short-statured, scoliosis in the spine, stuff like that. It's hereditary, so it's if you have kids, it's a hit and miss. There's a 50-50 chance your child will have it too. It's right now. I'm too old. I can't. No, I'm not. I'm not entertaining. But if you have children, if somebody with OI has children, then their children might have it as well. And so.
But how? Let me ask you with when it comes down to what are the strides that have happened? I know in all different levels that there's growths in it. Is there some place that people can go that may have this parent that may be seeking this kind of information where they can get their kids tested, or I'm talking about pretty much new parents that may not know where to go. Is there like a hospital? Is there a clinic? Is there a particular charity that or places that deal with this that they can actually go to? Do you have like a number that you can render to?
If you go the OIS, the OI Foundation, there's a website. They have a lot of helpful information. I even refer all my doctors to this website. They have a lot of information. They have a list of hospitals, mostly for children, that is listed on their website. They can go to. It's called www.ois.org. And they can look over that site. They list all the different types of OI and what comes with it. And they list everything from children, adolescents, women, men.
Look at it. Yes. Yeah, see, and that's what we want. That's what we want to hear, because a lot of folk, you hear about things, you hear about ailments, that people have like cancer, you hear that plentiful, but people do not speak about other things that are ailing us, things that people are battling with from day to day. And this interview is just so vital, and I, again, so thank you for coming on this platform and just educating folk on what it takes, to go from day to day. And we all experienced that. Like I said, COVID made everybody had a time, just being inside. Then we were scared to come out, we were scared to come outside, because you didn't know if you were going to, meet COVID out there, So it's, and then I was in the teaching realm. We was doing virtual and learning and stuff and teaching and stuff. So it was a bit much. We went through this with this COVID thing. So, and like you said, which was real vital to everybody that has never experienced having difficulties being able to do certain things. That was trying, So, I mean, for me, as they claim, someone who has, her legs, her limbs, is supposed to be healthy, quote unquote, and in her own, it was difficult. It was difficult working through this time with COVID, not being able to see loved ones, not being able to go to hospitals. I was hearing such stories of people that were sick and they couldn't even go to their loved ones at the hospitals. They had to look at them through windows, It was a hairy time, and I'm sure you've experienced that during this COVID, because, I mean, I lost so many people, but praise God for science and the things that I'm sure they've got different things that, going on this site can introduce to parents and people that need to know more about how they can get help for what they're going through. So, again, I just, thank you so much, Andrea, for just coming on and educating folk on what it is, to be day to day going through stuff, but weathering through it regardless, be it mentally, be it physically. You are that woman of excellence. You are that Woman History Month saying something, girl. You just, you represent everything that we need to know about women, real women, doing real things. And I just thank you so much for being who you are. And you done gave out your shout out, so I can't ask you if you want to shout out anybody. Because you done did that already.
I gotta give a big shout out to DJ Express Lorenzo. I don't know if he's listening, but he's one of the prominent. He's like the wise DJ of the Lehigh Valley area. He's that good on turntables. He knows his house. He knows his hip hop. I like to give Josiah a shout out. He's a DJ. He grew up in Eastham, and now he's playing out in Harrisburg. Josiah, what up? Playing out in Harrisburg. And my friend Melissa is listening in, I believe. And anybody else that's listening in, hit me up. I'll give you a shout out to everybody at my work, all the DJs that I know, my family, my friends. And if I forget you, my fans, I'll give a shout out to anybody I forget. I apologize.
That's right. She got fans, y'all. You better know. Yes, you do. Yes. Yes, you do. Amazing woman. Amazing woman. Honestly. And listeners, you have just really been blessed. This is an incredible. This show focuses on tests that people go through and taking them to their testimony. And as you see, this is some testimony. The journey is amazing. And she's still going. She's still going. She's a giver. She's still working this community in the Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania, if y'all don't know where that's at. Just a wonderful woman. And I thank you again just for coming on and blessing the listeners. And, before we close, I always ask for, the people that are being interviewed and the guests to come on my platform and just render a prayer or inspirational quote or word for the listeners. Could I offer that to you right now, my sister? Can you just give these listeners just a little something?
Well, I was trying to give them as much as something as I possibly can. All I gotta say is that, when it's during the dark times when you feel like there's nothing else and you're stuck and you're trapped and there's nowhere to go and it's just in a dark tunnel, just find the light. Find that little tiny light and just go towards it. And I can't guarantee if anything will be better, but you always gotta find something that will get you through the day, whatever it's, God or family or anybody, anything else. What you love to do, music, house music, drum and bass, anything that will get you through the day. You put on some nice house music with some vocals, some PAULA
BRION, yeah. That's right. Put on my stuff. It'll get you up. It'll definitely get you up. You can't stay shut when you put on a house track. That's for sure. You got to get up in it and shake a leg. So I appreciate that. Yes. Definitely music. Definitely music. Music is universal. It is.
Yes.
It is. Music is.
It speaks many, many languages.
That's right.
It's for everybody. It's for all walks of life.
That's
different backgrounds, everything. Music speaks to everybody. So, you play house, drum and bass, anything. It just use that and that.
Take it from day to day.
To inspire. Right. Yes.
That's right. That's right. And you listeners, you've just been blessed. You really have by this wonderful, wonderful woman. I tell you, Miss DJ Sparklez with a Z on the end. Don't get it twisted. With that, she had to correct me. It's a Z on the end.
Yes, that's right. I even helped you out and put the Z on there.
Put it on there for me.
Yeah, I got you, girl. I got you.
And let me tell you something. Folk don't do that, because I do the flyers, get the flyers up or whatever. You the only one that fix your old flyer. God bless you.
I used to do. Well, I'm not a flyer designer, all right. But sometimes I fool around with Photoshop and other applications.
But you know what?
So I know how to. Yeah.
But you know what? I so appreciate you because I always want to represent you right, and I just took for granted, that there was an S and that there was, should have been a Z. So, and I call myself out. We all fall short. You know what I'm saying? So when you corrected me and whatever, I went quickly to want to change it, and you already told me, girl, it's already done. Thank God I was sharing your platform.
It's all good.
That's all right because I love you. I love you. I love you so much. And again, this is an open door policy. Come back whenever you want to.
All right.
Anything you want to talk about, I'm telling you, this is an open door for you. God bless you. Again, thank you for introducing me to what good platform hosting is all about for a radio personality. You are that and so much more. My sister in God, you are wonderful, 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 and such a beautiful representation of what excellence is in a woman. So thank you for your strives. Thank you for all the things that you battled through just to be where you are today. I thank you. I thank you so much. Listeners, you've just been blessed by this amazing woman. She's just a no-nonsense about community building and being there for her friends and family and people that she has touched, and though we hadn't spoken a minute, but she still, listen, it's like, I feel like we hadn't talked in years, and I feel like I spoke to her yesterday, yesterday. So, yeah, I mean, this is what real authentic, authentic. And I'll say that again. Relationship is all about. We don't have to see each other every day just to know that we're there for one another. And I just want you to know, thank you. Thank you for being all you are to your community, to me, and everyone that has brushed up against you, not literally. So I don't want folk to be like, oh, we got somebody brushing up against us. No, I don't want your people to come out. But no, honestly, just to be touched by you in any form of fashion in your spirit is just so uplifting and motivational and inspiring. And I just would hope that you would just continue to be all that you've been in for God, because it's for his people, and definitely for you. You deserve it. You deserve everything that you're getting, my sister. And I just want to shout out Positive Power 21, who brings this platform every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Jerry Royce, the tech man, is on the case, bringing us in live every Tuesday. God bless you, Jerry. Thank you so much. Andrea, you come back, girl. Come back whenever you want to.
I'm gonna bring another woman DJ. She's from Tennessee. I'm gonna try to see if I can get her, come back with me. Yes, you let me know. And open door policy, babe. Just let me know. And you're welcome here. God bless you. And thank you for being a woman of excellence this Women's History Month. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having me on.
Always.